Hello, my friends. Good morning and happy Monday. Let's get started. Let's talk about something cool today. Um, and I know you guys are kind of liking these live streams, and thank you so much for it means a lot. And I just want to make sure that I'm providing kind of the best value I can do, and while at the same time I am dedicating this 40 minutes to 60 minutes to kind of explore this, whatever I have learned. I'll just go through it again, or I'll just explore it with you guys. So it's pretty helpful for me as well to be on these live streams. Meanwhile, I'm serving the purpose. I'm kind of educating you all, and yeah, if I'm able to help even one person do something in business, do something in tech, I will be more than happy. Okay, then let's talk about what's the topic for today. The topic for today is RAG apps. I'll quickly do a bit of housekeeping. Okay, yeah, that's great. Cool. And then I'll just be hands-on. I'll quickly share my screen. Let's talk about what a RAG app is. So you understand you have been using LLMs, that is ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, Claude. You have been using LLM-based applications that works on a pre-trained data. But do you know what exactly is the meaning of a RAG app? So for example, I'll just quickly share my screen and um, will show you the example of a RAG app. So if you remember, we were going through the documentations of WAPI AI, and there is this Ask AI feature. And if I ask, how can I set up voicemail detection with beep detection enabled? If I ask this, there it is. So here, the LLM behind this chat is answering based on the knowledge base, based on the contents provided to that. So it's not kind of thinking too much out of the box. That is what a RAG app is. When you are building an AI application or AI system or a workflow or a pipeline or a or a chatbot or whatever, where it is powered by the LLM, but the knowledge base is provided by you. So if you also go to the definition by Google, I didn't like this definition a lot. But what is a RAG application? If you search on Google, so it says a RAG application is an AI framework that enhances a LLM by combining its generative abilities with an external knowledge base, which is the external knowledge base is this documentation for this LLM. So I hope this makes sense now. And there are a lot of complexities when you create a RAG app. Like you need to have that sort of first thing, you need to have the knowledge base, and then you need to kind of so no, let me tell you why the complexity is there. So knowledge base can have so many tokens. So you can see how vast this knowledge base is. And when you're calling the LLM API, you won't be able to pass through this whole documentation to LLM. I mean, that's not possible just because of the token limits on the APIs. I know there are some APIs giving a million token limits, but again, if you have a vast information that you want to work on, you won't be able to pass that information to LLM, and then mm, this is where the RAG app kicks in. And let's quickly mm, see. I mean, there are frameworks where you can create RAG apps, like it's Synth, what's the name? RAG app builder. Let's see, it was something Synth. No, not Lang. Well, it's LangChain. Yeah, there you go. LangChain. So engineer reliable agent. So now we are moving towards from N10, Make.com, Zapier. Now we are kind of moving on to um, the coding the coding part of that systems. So LangChain is used to create um, mm, AI agents with code. And if we talk about this, there is this Pinecone, which is pretty cool. It's a vector database to build knowledgeable AI, straightforward. If we go to the docs, so there is this database quick start. So here you will see when you are building a RAG app, all of this you will be doing manually. But these frameworks are there to help you to fast track your development so that you can reach from zero to MVP real quick. Indexing of the data, preparation of data, and then upserting the source text and searching in the source text. So there are all these steps that are being taken care by this framework, but again, it's not fully managed. You need to kind of learn the basics um, of building a RAG app. But recently, Google, Gemini, they they introduced something which kind of uh, hit the market really well. It was their file search API, file search tool in Gemini API. So this is something um, where you can get 100% managed RAG as a service from API. You can build RAG apps. You just don't need to do anything. You can just um, create a file store, upload the file using API, and then um, Gemini will take care of the backend, and you can just start asking questions directly. So we'll get into it more, but let's quickly go to uh, let's ask. I actually asked yesterday Gemini that what is the usage of file search tool in Gemini API that is recently launched. So of course, it's fully managed retrieval augmented generation system. So when you're kind of creating the RAG system, this is the fully managed RAG system. Mm, I mean, in simple terms, you can upload your PDF, docs, TXT, and then use the Gemini models to ask for information from those documents. Pretty straightforward. So think of it like a custom gem or your custom GPT, but programmatically. Um, okay, so how? So let's see how the RAG pipeline works. So the kind of things that are extracted by file search tool is we need to choose a vector database that is Pinecone. Then we kind of break the documents into chunks so that, of course, there's this algorithm behind this that LLM is able to pick the information that it needs. So, like we talked about, there's not a possibility to pass on the whole document to LLM because of their size token limits, because of their rate limits. But when you kind of uh, break the documents into chunks and then kind of create the vector representation for each chunk, and those embeddings are indexed inside your system, then the search and retrieval system, it kind of search searches for the information that it requires. So because of the fact it is indexed, it is able to quickly go to the part that requires attention or that has that information. Um, and all of this complexity is being handled end to end by Gemini itself. So let's explore a bit more. And I have another question in my mind, which was their OpenAI's. Let me see. OpenAI file search tool, because I was like, what's the big deal with the file search by Gemini? Why everyone is going mad on this? Um, because OpenAI had this for I think more than a year now. This their file search API, which allow models to search your files for relevant information before generating a response. Kind of pretty straightforward, no? So I just quickly did a search on the difference between OpenAI file search tool and Gemini's newly launched file search tool. So there is this re really good difference, and the thing is, none of them are good or bad. I'll talk more about it why. But both of them has a purpose. So, um, in short, Gemini's new tool is a fully managed system that automates the entire complex process of creating a RAG app. But OpenAI's tool is, of course, a very powerful RAG system, but it requires developers to be more hands-on in managing the process. So we'll go down and talk more about it, but think of it like this. Mm, like Pinecone is a vector DB, and they have Pinecone is a vector DB that we talked about earlier in this stream. So yeah, I just closed it. That's fine. So Pinecone is a vector DB, and then Lang chain is the framework, and you just kind of glue both of them and take care of each and every steps one by one. So consider of it a bit of abstraction on top of it, but not a lot of abstraction. So OpenAI is at that space when there is a bit of abstraction and you are able to um, mm, uh, kind of get hands-on with the RAG system, not caring much about the backend, but still have the flexibility and power to manage that. That's OpenAI. And then if you talk about Gemini, it's 100% managed. It's a black box. There are pros and cons to both the levels of tools, but with Gemini, if you are someone who want to quickly build a prototype, you don't want to stress about anything. You have this API, you will call the API, upload the document, and start asking questions. The mm, okay, let's go first. Let's go down. Gemini file search automated RAG pipeline. It automatically handles the entire process, storage, chunking, embedding, then indexing. It manages all of that in the backend. That's why it's very simple for developers to use. Hmm. Oh, that's good. It good. It gives built-in citations as well. And then their pricing model is so crazy. I mean, I don't know how they are able to. I'll search about the pricing model, but it's like very cheap. And if you go to OpenAI, it's like kind of manual setup. You need to create a vector store programmatically, of course, and then upload files and add files to the store. So kind of doing the same thing, but this is kind of a one click thing, like one API call thing, and you're done. Here you have to kind of manage the logic, which is good depending on your use case. Mm, it just gives you more control. And what I don't like about both of them are, of course, they are provided by like Google is providing because of Gemini, and then OpenAI is providing because of OpenAI. So I am kind of the vendor lock-in part I didn't like. When I am using file search tool by OpenAI, I do not have the power to use something else. But same with the Gemini. If I am using the Gemini's file search tool, I do not have the power to use any another LLM that is very relevant to my use case. I'll be stuck for using um, a Gemini API, which is not the case when I'm using the combination of Pinecone, LangChain, or some other um, framework, kind of when I'm managing all of it a lot. But that's the main difference. And then if we saw this, I like the kind of tables that are created by Gemini and just kind of copy paste and then export to Sheets. I just like it. Okay. Mm, Google Gemini and then OpenAI. Okay. Primary goal we understood, set up process. You just need to upload the file using API and you are done. Here, there are some steps. That's the difference. Um, and I think again, as a developer, it's not too much. It's just about the priorities of the kind of project. If we are working on an AI application, and of which RAG is just a very minimal part, you won't care about managing all of this. So okay, let's go. Developer efforts, of course, with Google, you need minimal efforts because everything is abstracted. But here you need moderate. You have some steps that you need to take care of. Then citations, they are good. Customization, they are good. So yeah, of course, because it's a black box, Gemini is a black box. It is less focused on customization. But when we are managing things, we have a lot of customizations available. That was about the difference in a RAG app in the OpenAI and Gemini's file search tool. Let's quickly search the pricing. Mm, Gemini file search tool pricing. Okay. Gemini API file search tool charges for the initial indexing of files. When you are uploading the file, it charges the rate of $0.15 per 1 million tokens. $0.15 for 1 million tokens. So, I mean, if you have a PDF, let's say if you have a guidebook, let's just estimate. Hmm, I have a PDF with uh, Times New Roman, oops, Times New Roman font 12. Uh, it's a tutorial. It's a tutorial for let's say Python. Let's say um, how many tokens. I'll just say estimate the number of tokens it will be in 100 pages PDF. I just want to get the estimate, very, very ballpark number, so that I understand that if I am indexing a file that is like 100 pages long, how much I'm going to spend. So it says 40,000 tokens. I mean, you're paying $0.15, 15 cents for a million tokens, and 40,000 tokens is kind of nothing. If it's code heavy, token count can go to 100K. I mean, that is kind of nothing. So, and you are not going to train a lot. You have a document that you can just train first, and then you are good. You can kind of keep on talking about that document. Yeah, let's quickly close this and let's quickly see what they have to say. How file search works, simple integrated powerful vector search, built-in citation support for a wide range of formats. They support PDF, doc, text, and JSON. let's quickly just take a demo of this tool. Let's just quickly do this. So they have a very good documentation and it seems very straightforward. Um, you just need to upload the file to the search store, and once the operation is done, you can just directly start asking. It's pretty cool. I mean, they have kind of killed a lot of startups, I will say. You just need to mm, use select the model, and then can you tell me about something or whatever, and it will just generate content config based on that file store name, file search store. It's pretty that straightforward. And uh, let's see what's this. Okay, so they're just kind of explaining the backend a bit. Let's quickly get to the demo. I think that should be the it. Okay, so they have this demo app. Um, they have this demo app. Let's quickly get the preview. Select Gemini API key to begin. Okay, create new key. Let's see. Okay, I'll just change gears. Let's see if I'm able to fetch it from one of my another profile. Create a new key. I'll create a test project. Okay. Okay, so I think I have to go through some verification because mm, I have Gemini API at my work, um, at my business, but I don't really want to use that. So I was just trying to create it for my purpose on my personal account. Mm, Okay, okay, no problem. We'll quickly see the demo in some other way. There is this GIF I saw here. Where is that? Nope. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So, oh, they have an example as well. Let's see if we are. I think I still would need API. Let's see. Yeah, I would just still need the API. Okay, that's fine. Um, let's see. So they selected the LG Washer manual. That is the document that they want to use to um, create a RAG backend, and then creating document index, generating embeddings, generating suggestions, all set. Okay, so this is the kind of suggestion that was generated by Gemini. How do I select a specific wash cycle like delicates or heavy duty? And there you go. You have the answer with the sources. Um, and this is how the RAG app works. So um, again, I can give you an example somewhere else. Maybe again the same thing, WAPI AI. So let's say there is this documentation. Let's try to kind of break this, and we should be good for today. Let's try to break this. Okay. Um, if we are asking something related to this WAPI AI, it will work for sure. How, let's ask something else. How Gemini is integrated with OpenAI? Let's ask this. Based on the available documentation. So do you see? It is saying that based on the available documentation. That means the AI is going through the documentation and the backend is powered by a RAG app. Based on the documentation, there doesn't appear. Okay, let it write it. Okay, there you go. Based on the available documentation, there doesn't appear to be a direct integration between Gemini and OpenAI, which is, of course, the case. These are actually two separate AI providers that can be used with WAPI AI's platform. That's good. And based on the search results, I can provide you with information about, and then it starts talking about Gemini and OpenAI as how do you use Gemini and OpenAI in WAPI? So do you see when you're creating a RAG app or a chatbot for your website based on a documentation, you don't really want AI to answer something out of the box. We don't want to AI to fabricate things. Instead, it should stick to the kind of mm, knowledge base that is given by us. So yeah, that that is it. That is it. Thank you so much for joining this call, and I'll just quickly stop sharing my screen. And yeah, I hope gave you some sort of value, and then go to the Gemini file search tool. I know because of the mm, because of the key issues, I was not able to kind of showcase because it was putting me to the flow of getting a developer account. Um, but yeah, that's good. And see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Just hit comment or just DM if you want me to talk about something else or want me to cover some other topic or something. I'm open and peace.